There we go.
Welcome to the Just Two Black Brothers. It's DJ Period. What's the three black brothers tonight? But DJ Period, Po, we got the homie None. You know, give you some gems, especially for you aspiring artists out there. Or you artists that's already in the game for a long time. It just lost your way and need some navigation, man. We got the homie here. What's going on, sir?
What's going on with you, man?
Like you said, grind, man, every day, something going on. I be feeling, look, sometimes you get to a point, I be like, yo, I don't know if y'all just, but like, I be like thinking like, you still got so much stuff to do, so you can't chill and just like enjoy it. You still got so much stuff you still got going on. I be getting in these little funky moods where I be like, man, I never really like settled down, not as far as a relationship, but like just settle down as a person. Do you ever settle down and just chill and enjoy? Weird,
man. Settling down for me is probably when I'm driving, and honestly, when I'm driving, I'm still listening to music or beats or brainstorming. I don't really rest, man. I might rest. If I rest, I might put on a show or something I'm watching. But even then, my mind is always in overdrive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still studying on my chill moments. I don't know what it is about me. That's just how it be.
I said, when you die, you can rest all you want.
Man, listen, that's for real.
That's what you say. Hey, look, when you get in the car, like now, if you jumped in the car, and you, let's say you wasn't in the mood. What's a song you gonna turn on to get you that'll always get you mood? Just to get you, you know, motivated to get to where you got going, on.
That's hard, bro. It depends on the kind of day. If it's on some day to where I feel like I'm not hitting contributions how I want to, like, and I just need a powerful song. My favorite song is "Man in the Mirror" by Michael. You know, by Michael Jackson. Like that song just puts me that hits like 3 times repeat all the time. That's just it. You know what I mean? But if I'm in a mood to where I really feel like writing or barring out, it's probably gonna be somebody who I looked up to on their lyrical prowess and technicality. So it might mess around and be an M track, a Slaughterhouse. I don't even know. Like I listen to so much music, it varies, bro. I can't even like really give you a solid answer. Because you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got access to Spotify, and I just glue in.
Yeah. Did you like when Jay-Z gave Rakim his flowers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He has to. Shit. You can't not give Rakim no flowers.
Yeah, but I think he had to, for the culture to see it. The thing is, though, Jay is very calculated. You know, so Jay is very calculated. So, you know, that caught the camera for the right moments.
You're right, because the thing is, you're right. He very calculated because he could have been did a song with Rakim. So why he never did a song with Rakim?
I don't necessarily think I want to hear a Rakim and Jay song like that, though. I don't know how it would sound. I think it would be kind of forced.
Yeah, hearing them too. Yeah, you on mute, Paul.
Now you got loud all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, it did.
Let me see something
going on and everything.
I think you got something playing on the background.
Oh shit! Hold on. That's the boys. This damn cocoa melon, whatever this is. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna ask you too, man. I was asking you, are you still last time we talked, the last past interview, you still mogul minded?
Mogul minded, yeah, mogul mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you good. Mogul mind. Right now it's an LLC. It's my company that I push the positivity brands through. So I got my podcast I do. Well, it's 3 days a week, but now it's 2 days a week. And I drop Moment of Knowledge twice a week from 5 to 15 minutes. And then I had Let's Talk Music, which is a segment for educating artists. It's MUSIQ. But I took that off of podcast because artists don't listen to podcasts like in an audio sense. So I'm reformatting and getting that to rewrap and package and all that. But yeah, that's Mogul Mind has for sure been a brand I've been pushing and driving and taking it to a corporate, right? It'll be an education space soon, just to educate the people like us who don't know where to go.
Yeah, I'm getting I don't know if you're doing this on purpose. I'm getting a motivational speaker vibe from you now. Like every time I
Oh
see
yeah,
you,
yeah.
be dropping game
That.
and everything. And then like even now with, like I said, you did the weight loss, so everything like you living what you talking to, so people can see
Yeah.
that like it's good.
I got a lot of stuff on the rap. I got a motivational fitness line coming out too, but that's a whole. Like I said, I'm grinding, bro. Like I'm lining up the ducks in a row before the execution come out. So between talking to investors, different people I'm rolling with, other partners, and making sure I got the business plans and executions written up, like I'm just pushing to do what I can, man.
Yeah, and I was showing you that Billy Knight video, so I think that was a while ago. That was like
Yeah, that was
2008.
08 maybe.
But you was period. When you working with Nut Illa before that, or that was the first time you seen him too at the Billy
Yeah,
Knight?
that was like no, that wasn't 08. Well, that was well when I came to San Diego 2010.
Oh,
January, February timeframe I came, and I think I was at the filling station with the Dojo
Dojo
Masters.
Masters, yep.
Dre Fofo,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was good old times, man. Because like this thing, everybody did all together at the same time. Everybody would still, come to a show, be like four chairs out there, you rapping to the tables and shit.
Yeah. Hey, whether it was packed with 2 people or 200 people, I'm gonna get the same show and turn up. Like it was. That's how you do, man.
No, that was good times, bro. Like and we still keep it. A lot of the I still talk to Dojo Masters, both of them here and there, but like Gen Complex she started coming around that time. Nina Beretta, she was at that time. There's a few people, so she's still doing her thing out there.
Yeah,
but I said, man,
still moving.
I was gonna ask you, can it's like artists, can they date themselves? In fact, in a sense where it's like, all right, let's say you've been wanting to get on for 10 years, but you still rapping the same way you rapped 10 years ago. So from that, artists get themselves caught up in where it's like you're not really getting with the times, or you putting yourself in the wrong box in a way where, are you a trap? You trapping? You doing this type of rap? Like trying to change with the times, or just dating themselves to what they was before?
Are you talking style wise or content?
Ooh, I say both, but mostly content though. Like let's say you struggle rapping for 10 years. Like talking about your struggle that you've been in, and it's just I think it can sound dated at times.
I don't know, and the reason why I say that is because it's a double-edged sword. If you haven't went anywhere and you have had 100 people listen to you, everything is new under the sun to you if you ever blow up. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know if we took the music I was making back in 07 and 08, my freestyle game was insane there, but the content, the beats, the level of where I'm at now is crazy. You know what I'm saying? If I took the same subject matter, even though I don't, if I took the same subject matter that I did then, it'd be much better now because I'm a better artist. I would have a better idea how sonically it should sound, and it probably would take off and go farther. So that, in that sense, not necessarily, because if you look at some people, it's like, bro, they have to blow up first. You know what I'm saying? Like they haven't even touched past the city, let alone national or globally. So to me, I don't necessarily feel they're dating themselves. And when it comes to style, kind of like I think Snoop might have said it or somebody, back in the 80s and 90s with hip hop, you were identified by your style. It's part of your brand. I'd much rather you bring something that says you, when they hear that sound, it sound like you, versus you sounding like everybody else thinking you keeping up with the current wave. Because as the wave shifts, you get washed away.
I was gonna ask you what you think about they said Snoop got like 20 nominations, but he never won a Grammy. You think he deserved a Grammy, or it is what it is?
I'm gonna give a political answer. I think the Grammys go how they're supposed to go, because I know the back ends and the behind the scenes stuff when it comes to the Grammys too. And as recognizable as Snoop is, there's a process too. There's a process, a submission process. Also, too, when you're Snoop is probably one of the most recognizable hip hop wise. So I won't say just being recognized, but Snoop now is hitting the quantity, not quality factor. Like Snoop been putting out a lot of stuff recently. Snoop's
Right.
great. Snoop is in so many spaces. Like Snoop got stuff for the kids. Snoop got gospel albums. Snoop. But when's the last major Snoop hit that's just completely taken over the airwaves and undeniably a hit to where like the pop people gonna love, the rock people gonna love, the country people
that's beautiful and drop it like it's hot.
Yeah. So if you didn't get it then, the chances of you getting it now, when you have artists like Bad Bunny, you have Drake, you got like these mega artists who's taking over the streaming waves. And even if you don't get a hit and you competing on the streaming platform, when you got artists like NBA Youngboy who's taking over the streams, but not necessarily on the commercial side. So either side, you ain't really dominating in that space to really feel like your name is just gonna push you more than your project and content.
He had lifetime award level now anyway. So it's like you ain't getting no Grammy. You probably gonna get that lifetime achievement award like they give, but as far as I mean, they may send you off with a nice little thing. Like I was happy to see the guy performance. I didn't think it was the best I've ever seen on the Grammys, but I did like it because on that song, Lil Wayne's verse better than his. Like I don't know, I think like Wayne get his Grammys and stuff like that, but I think Jay-Z verse like my issue with you was like you on the same type of time that you was trying to get on Nas about now.
Yeah.
You know?
Question though. Are you hearing the echo? Because I hear you echo a little bit. Y'all hearing any?
You heard the echo?
I'm hearing you echo a little bit, so I'm just making
sure.
Hold on,
let me see something. No, it's probably my mic been acting up. So let me try. While you talking, I'm gonna change my mic. Hold on.
Oh, okay, cool. So the thing is though, like I feel the concept when it comes to stuff like the Grammys, people don't understand. Like you can get Grammys and not be the face. You know, like when Beyonce got 2 Grammys Sunday, The Dream got 2 Grammys Sunday.
You said crazy. You know who got Grammy? That shit was crazy. It's an underground rapper from Memphis named Tommy Wright III, and Beyonce used his sample, so he got a Grammy too.
Yep. So
yeah, he kind of like the dude they based Hustle and Flow off of. He's kind of like that real dude. It was a real rapper like that named Tommy Wright III.
So you know, when it comes to the political aspect of that, like I get it. Like I get where, because if somebody gets a Grammy, the whole team gets a Grammy. When Kendrick's album hit a Grammy, that means I think Thundercat was on there. Pharrell got a Grammy. Like a lot of people was involved with Kendrick project.
You remember the Erykah Badu album? It was like hell of people got Grammy for that. There was a lot of people on them songs.
Think about it though. If Khaled's album would have got a Grammy, bro had like 40 features alone before production and before songwriters, you know. So and
why he don't get a Grammy though?
Nah, Khaled don't get a Grammy. Khaled don't get a Grammy because Khaled's name isn't the weight that Khaled's he thinks it is. Like it's you versus Kendrick. Look, if Kendrick, J. Cole, or Drake is on a voting board, they are the 3 leads in hip hop. No matter how you put it, they're the current face. You know what I'm saying? Like on the commercial aspect, no matter what they do at any given time, if any one of them drop a song or a project, the world stops to go listen. That's just how it's gonna be for a minute. You know, so. When you look at it like that, it makes things hard. To address the other thing you said though, with the Jay-Z, you said Jay-Z verse on God Did. You like Wayne's verse better?
I like Jay-Z verse, but I did like I think Jay-Z verse become and some of the stuff he's talking about just overshadow like what Wayne was talking about on the song too. But like I don't think one verse was bad. But I'm like Jay-Z kind of like that's kind of like a Jay-Z song, right? Because with the way that verse is so long,
Jay-Z had 3 verses as far as length. I counted. He had 48 bars. He, you know, hey, Hove did what Hove did, but I think the thing is though, Hove has specialized. Well, not specialized, but he knows how to take over a track. You know what I'm saying? Like. He knows how to shut down the thought of anybody else on the track. And he did that. He went in and executed. And I'm pretty sure when he sent that to Khaled and Khaled saw it was so long, like you don't just scrap it. Like you don't take you just say okay. Like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you're like, I'm not gonna take it and cut it and say, hey, Jay is too long. Nah, every word in that verse was pretty intentional on Jay-Z's verse. It was he said some stuff.
Yeah, then I was thinking like the rest of them, or you could do like this if you count it like the Jay verse is like 48 bar. Hey, Wayne and Ross, I only need 8 from or whatever. Cause it didn't even feel like they had a full verse compared to Jay rap.
I bet Jay sent his last.
Yeah.
Because he knew who was on that track, huh?
He knew what he had to bring, and he knew what he had to do.
I've been seeing some reports. Yeah.
Because I mean, there's certain situations to where, for instance, Jay-Z is slick. Jay-Z's a competitor. So I've seen what he does, you know, like Jay, to me, Wayne made a statement in his verse. He said he was the apex, like other rappers are molded after him when God made him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the only thing to top that Wayne said, hey, God created me, he thought of that, you know what I'm saying, was for Jay-Z to follow and say, I am God. If you notice, he said Hov did. That whole track was God did. Jay-Z took over that track and said, okay, dope. How do I top someone who said God made me? You compare yourself to God on every level on that track. Yeah. Even when he performed at the Grammys, he sat in Jesus' spot at the Last Supper. You know what I mean? Like, so it's done a certain way. I even caught a couple months ago, I was listening, probably like last year, I was listening to the Don't Kill My Vibe remix.
Yeah.
Right. With Jay-Z on it. Did y'all pick up anything special about that track?
No, I can't think of his verse. I can't think of Jay-Z's verse right now. I know he was on it. I can't sure you'll fill us in.
So
like what stood out on that one? Yeah.
No, Kendrick and Jay-Z beefed on that track. And it's so subtle, but I'm a lyricist, so I picked up. Jay-Z took shots at Kendrick, and Kendrick came back hard on that second part. When he came back, it was all shots at Jay. And I was sitting there listening, and I'm like, yo, and Jay-Z probably won't even acknowledge it, or probably won't get to a point, because you have to have a specific ear to pick that up. And I heard it and I said, this is crazy. Like now it's just like Kendrick literally took some shots at that level at Jay-Z. And I was like, bro, that's crazy to me. Like, and no one talks about it. So I was wondering if y'all picked it up on it.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, L did the same shit. So I believe you. That's what L, you remember L, how he did Cannabis, L Cool J?
Yeah, but that one got talked about in hip hop. So I'm gonna put up the lyrics real quick, because I gotta say the specific line that caught my attention. So, and you know, Kendrick was talking his stuff in the first verse, and then Jay-Z came and he goes, what did he say? He said, no, I don't remember you. No, I don't intend to empty my memory bank. It's $1 million in it, baby. Hillary Swank. And then he keeps going. He goes, sitting next to Hillary, smelling like dank, presidential pardon. Name one nigga out there harder than him. The beat drops and he pauses and he goes, I'll wait. And then he goes, I've been in my wave like 20 years straight. I've been on my vibe like 20 years straight. Don't mess up my high. And he kept going right. And he's like, fall back. I got a lot on my plate. Don't waste my breath. And he kept going right. And he goes back to this joint, smoking this. He's like, I'm trying to prove a point. I'm the highest title, numero uno, kill my vibe. That's your motherfucking funeral. That's Jay-Z's verse. So when Kendrick came back, he goes, between you and me, turn eulogy to urinals. Niggas pissed off. I ministered the generation by far, leader of the new school, on my toes like a ballerina. Who knew I'd be Black Swan? And then he goes, right. He goes, I am the Globetrotter's best because I didn't drop the ball. I told him when I was 16 that I'd write at 16. And he kept going. And he goes, what's the part that really kicks in? He goes, he said, I'm running the map. He said, I'm here. He said, picture little old me giving a I'm a cuss because I got to do the verse a certain way. But He said, picture little old me giving a fuck for what the fuck nigga gotta say. Nigga, you'll never be Jay, never be Nas, never be Snoop nor Dre. You ain't get killed in Vegas, in a Suburban. Puff Daddy wasn't your favorite, so many washed up with detergent, but I don't dry tears. I just aim at them on purpose. And he continued going off, right? And so I was sitting there like, okay. He said, I kill them all when they try to kill my vibe. I am the bad, the good guy, the last the hood guy, the last that would try to pass a good job. Now, y'all know Sean, y'all know Jay-Z's name, right? Sean Carter.
Yeah.
This is what made me go back because I had heard the song over and over. He said, if Sean's a black Beatle, then I need a 10-second drum solo. Bitch, see you at Woodstock. And I say, oh, that whole verse was to Jay. And I was like,
he was snapping on him.
He snapped on him. But it took me realizing it probably was just that first two verses. And Kendrick picked up that he took shots and said, I'm going back in on this because he came a lot more aggressive on that second verse. And I'm like, Jay-Z's intentional. Jay-Z is very like, I don't know what sparked that vibe, but so I know he do the same thing on God Did.
Hey, but what about this? Let's go to a newer song where they sparring on the track. Johnny P's Cadillac. Hey, if I was Benny the listen. What would you do if you was Benny the Butcher? Hold on. Man, I was like,
I will say, God Did was great. God Did got a lot of hype.
But Johnny P's Cadillac, bruh.
That's not. Is that the name of the song?
That's Johnny P's Caddy.
Yeah, no. That's J. Cole's Cadillac. Like that J. Cole.
Oh, yeah.
J. Cole, that's probably J. Cole's coldest. That's probably J. Cole's coldest verse. And that's one of his coldest verses, probably verse of the year.
Yeah,
like he made some statements. Like he said, I'm going to hell if Jesus asked for a feature. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's not too many. He said he spoke.
He said the gun bars that y'all relying on. I'm like, the gun and drug bars y'all keep relying on. I'm like, Benny just got through about gun and drug bars though.
I'm not gonna lie, like some of the stuff I'm working on pen wise is probably up. That's why I compared those kind of verses are the ones that spark my my lyricism when I'm freestyling and writing. Like, and I'm working on I got some heat as far as what I'm writing and some of my best lyrical ability. And I just know, like, when you write certain stuff, you just know those moments. And I know, like, I don't even know what Cole tapped into on that because he
went somewhere else. And it's like, damn, it's like, yo, Benny, because like you said, Jay-Z sent his verse in last on God Did, right? J. Cole definitely had to send his verse in, and they just threw it on there without Benny. Because this is my thing. If I hear it, I'm Bush and I hear it, I'm like, I ain't the smartest dude in the world, right? But I'm coming at you when you hear what I'm saying on that right? It's like, damn, man, he talking about me.
As an MC though, you get to a point to where I challenge myself. I outright myself. That's all I outright. But I don't know who to like. Even the bros I rock with on different tracks. Y'all are my bros to and fro. We will talk about hip hop, but we sparring on this track. Like, I'm bringing my best. I hope I kill you on this track, just like I hope you kill me. Like, bro, like we gonna make this a good song. But no, I'm hitting the different levels I can to where I feel this beat, and I'm not like holding back or softening up. So, and that's the people I rock with. Imagine when somebody just hand me to hop on a song, like,
oh yeah, I'm going in.
I say I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Before I touch it, like,
what Kanye West do on Lollipop? He said that you ain't finna murder me like everybody else. I'm a rap type of respect. No, I mean, if you're a feature, you gotta get at. I remember I used to see artists. You be like, damn, I heard this song before. They giving artists the same feature verse they didn't gave somebody else. I heard that person say that before or whatever. Oh, you told me about somebody freestyling. Oh, you told me about Blueface freestyling. And they put the Tatiana beat on. He couldn't even freestyle to the beat. I was like, that's crazy.
He couldn't freestyle to his own beat.
Yeah, he said they said he was trying, but they threw the Tatiana beat on and he still couldn't even freestyle to
But
Poe was like, just rap your regular verse on the song.
but I was saying, like a lot of artists can't freestyle though. You know, that's a whole nother, like, those are topics where we could do that all 8, 9 different ways. People has redefined the definition of
Yeah.
freestyling. Yeah, because I mean
Yeah.
they changed it. So there's like 3 different main definitions for freestyle, and you just never know which one you're gonna get. So I don't fault people for whatever one they do.
Yeah,
Poe was okay. No, Poe interviewed JD from the Lynch Mob the other day, and he was talking about the game, and I was like, and I had to think like the game really did have a big impact on hip hop and the West Coast when he first came out. Like, I mean,
Yep.
even to this day, I don't know how it is to this day, but I do like when he dropped the documentary, that was big for hip hop.
It was big, but it was big because he came in and covered that space that 50 couldn't. And I say that because 50 spazzed on Dre beats. He's from the East Coast. Eminem was white and spazzed on Dre beats, but he from Midwest, Detroit. So by the time you had that West Coast production to new age artists, the Game was the only one that really was on some new West Coast stuff. And we didn't see 50 skate all over that type of stuff. And then you came in with that power team, and now you like talking about some West Coast like that.
Yeah.
You talking about what Dre was known for. Because remember, Dre came with that NWA sense, but they was in the political sense and speaking their mind. But nah, Game came out, look, I'm bandanaed up. We talking Lolos, we talking Chucks, we talking Dickies. Like 50 couldn't get that. M couldn't give that. So when the Game did that, like, because nobody, think about it, who really had the stamp of West Coast production commercially besides Dre to that level, to what West Coast is being considered outside of California? Like, you had the stamps in California, but outside
like
of California
and stuff like that. But outside
you
of
had
Cali,
them.
they wasn't
Outside of Cali, they thought, they thought everything going on, that Dre, the Death Row era, the aftermath, like you had Dre. So even when you had Pac didn't have a heavy Dre production. Pac kind of was like Pac was in the studio. Whoever threw him beats, whoever was in the studio was on a song. Like, yeah, Pac spoke stuff, but he ain't care. How many times do random people pop up on tracks that Pac was on? How many times is production minus his hits the lead to what made Pac blow up? It wasn't.
Right.
So when Dre came and Dre's that production sound, and then you have somebody coming out hard with lyrics, the Game really touched that. I don't think people knew they needed the Game until he came out and hit the way he did.
Yeah, facts. Everybody want to be a Blood. He made Being a Blood. Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, everybody. Look, when he performed One Blood at the I think he performed One Blood at the BET Awards. I was like, damn, he up there doing One Blood with G at the award show. Like, that was big.
Yeah, but Mac 10 made blood. But yeah, on an international scale, we'll go ahead and give it the Game. But Mac 10 definitely put the bloods on before. You know what I'm saying? Mac 10 got the blood love going. I mean, he made Cash Money bloods.
That's a fact. You know what I said? When I said Game made Wayne, it was Mac 10. Because he had the album on there, the Bang a Ball album off of Cash Money, huh?
Yeah. Okay, Mac 10 made them bloods, bro, because they was wearing yellow rags and blue rags out their left pocket and different color rags. And look at younger Lil Wayne. He didn't have nothing in his right pocket, because in New Orleans they had wars. They wasn't even on old Bloods and Crips stuff. Like, he was from 17th Ward. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on no I'm banging like this. You know, but Mac 10 came and influenced it like that, because Mac 10 was certified when he stepped in. So
what he just said, he was waiting for a Mac. They might be having a song coming out, huh? Him and JD. He said something about Mac 10.
He was saying he was trying to do something Mac 10.
Mac 10's still active. I heard one of the people I rock with just freshly signed him to their situation.
I always say this on the show. I say our era, us, like our ages, we keep in, because people used to complain about, like, oh, we don't show the older artists love. But I think we that generation be 60 and 70 years old, playing the blueprint and Stillmatic and those type of albums. Whereas the past generations, they've been taking it that far and playing that. Well, I don't know. Is there some 80-year-olds right now listening to Rapper's Delight?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
So I guess they are getting their love, but I guess like some people complain about the older artists don't get their flowers.
You know what though, man? It's because deep wise, like as far as like black people don't appreciate black people. It just sucks. You know what I'm saying? True. Like we're a new genre. Hip hop is still one of the newest genres. One of the newest pure genres. I feel like there's other genres that came out, but they're fusions that get names stamped to them, or they're subgenres within other genres. But hip hop is relatively still young, and we're always criticized. Like there's 90-year-old country singers and rock stars still on tour, 80-something-year-old. You know what I mean? Once you get past 50 or 60 in hip hop, and once you get past 40-something in hip hop, it was like, sit down, stop rapping, stop making music. Why are you still on tour? It's like, this is what they did. That don't mean you discredit them, like, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, it kind of, there's such a pissing contest that happens, right? Because the young people disrespect the old people, and so the old people be like, I'm gonna disrespect you too, and it just goes back and forth, and it's like, y'all ain't doing nothing to move the culture forward.
Like that Soulja Boy Ice-T shit, when I be looking back at it, that shit was sad as hell. I'm like, what
happened with that?
You remember Ice-T and Soulja Boy dissing each other?
Damn, nah, that's wild if they was.
But I mean, Nelly and KRS-One dissed each other too. So
yeah, that shit was wild. But Soulja Boy was like a kid when Ice-T was dissing. That made it worse because Soulja Boy was like 16. But so Ice-T was like, you fucked up hip hop. And then Soulja Boy was like, he was over there with his little friends, and he was like, "Nigga, you owe my granddaddy, nigga, fuck you."
but so like, yeah, that stuff. Oh yeah, when you start doing
Soulja's
He's like, I'm reading you on Wikipedia, nigga.
But Soulja's no different than Kanye. He knows how to get the attention when it counts. Soulja always know how to get the attention. Like, that's marketing 101. Soulja knows how to get people talking about him one way or another.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you think about, like, so now we like in a new era, man. We're in an era where people, you know, rappers can get famous off TikTok. Now, you know, put something on TikTok and that shit go viral. We in the viral stage. So how you feel like how hip hop evolved to when you started to how it is now?
I think it's scary, but you know, I'm a historian, so like it ain't nothing new. Everything changes and builds different formats. Like, so we just in such a digital age, it's gonna change. Only thing I don't like is that people are losing themselves at this idea of being viral, and then to the fans, it becomes so confusing because they follow in the magic tricks. They don't understand how much the magicians behind it suffer and ain't really eating, and it just makes it a whole big ball of confusion. So now that I do a lot more on the executive and music business side, it's a headache, but I be trying to get people I rock with or people I look at or mentor to see the bigger picture, you know, to say like true to yourself. But it's harder to convince people now ever, like the power of being yourself and building real dope content and truly like actually caring about what you do. Because to a lot of people, it's a get rich quick scheme. You know what I mean? Like, how can I go viral? How can I do something so stupid that it's going to pick up? And man, it makes it difficult. But at the end of the day, the real always prevails. You know what I'm saying? And that's generation to generation. Those who's true are still going to get money and still going to eat. It's just that it's harder to people to stay focused when it's like, well, he over there getting paid this right now. And it's like, yeah, but he probably going to last a month. He probably going to last maybe this year. And then he going to be gone.
Yeah, I was watching the Island Boys. They was on live with who was they on there? Blueface. They was on there with Blueface clowning him about Christian Rock or whatever. But like, I was thinking like, damn, these dudes really on like that. Like, I don't know, that stuff be making me mad. Sometimes I'm like, it's a mockery. It's almost like Jake Boxing. But then somebody was like, shit, if you fake it long enough, you will become a real artist. Like with Jake Paul, you got people that's really like certifying Jake Paul as now.
Yeah, it's hard because you know being viral and people behind you will get you in the room. It just depends on if you do your due diligence to stay in there. People like Jake Paul, people like I think even Justin Bieber at one point, they got money. But I remember Justin Bieber was training with Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like you could say whatever, but if you're training with Mayweather, money or not, if you get in that room and putting in that dedication to train with Mayweather 6 days a week, there's nobody to say you're not a boxer if they put you in the ring. It's just you was considered a goofball for whatever. They don't know what you did behind the scenes. You know, like it's just happened. You had the fame first. It's just so if Jake Paul in there taking the classes and doing the regimens, but I didn't train in boxing, didn't fight, but it was a good workout. So I know what it feels like to put in that effort. And I wasn't even sparring like that. But if you are making that dedication, you are a boxer. You might not have done your stuff, but like, hey, if you're gonna get in the ring and fight somebody and you knocking people out or you got the longevity and you training, you a boxer. You just happen to use your influence to propel you that. Same way as you brought in when you said the Island Boys and you brought up Blueface. Blueface used his music and his fame, his 2 or 3 big hits to transcend and to be able to make money off of OnlyFans without selling sex, without just doing drama, to be on networks and use that as a way to keep cash flow coming in. You know, so everyone who gets their 15 seconds of fame, they smart when they flip it. You know, not everyone's flipping it though. Some people take it, then they disappear, and then, oh, what happened to this person? It's like, oh, they didn't capitalize on it. So the people who do, I ain't faulting them for it. It's just a strategy. And at the end of the day, bro, everybody don't realize how big branding is these days. Like, you know, branding and making your personal brand stick is big.
Yeah, he said, I was reading about Jake Paul. He said he started in 2018. So if he's been doing it every day since 2000.